Alright, today we are going to be doing an ages 1 through 100 tier list, starting at 1 all the way to 100. Alright, 1, so, you know, I think we're starting out with a banger here, really. 1, I mean, where would you be without the age 1? It's the building block to life, you don't, you don't live if you're not 1 at one point in your life. 2, on the other hand, I think this age is ass. It's bad, quite frankly, because I think you can't even walk. You can't even control your own life at 2, 3, 4 though. I'd say it's not so bad. Because you can walk, you can talk, you can do all these things. You're potty trained potentially, most of the time. Unless you're my brother. Alright. Kindergarten. Let's see, like kindergarten. I think that's a pretty good year. It is school, but it's fun school. Let's be real. First grade, I wouldn't say that was a great year. You're learning all these. You're learning addition. That's some hard stuff at that time. Second grade, I mean, a lot of the same. Third grade, you know, yeah, it's not a great year. You're getting all these responsibilities and stuff. Yeah. Fourth grade, I mean, you're in the upper echelon of the elementary school now. You're almost the top dog. You're thinking about that. You're like, I'm gonna be top dog next year. Man, that's gonna be crazy. Now, 10, I mean, this is obvious. You're reaching double digits, which just does not go away for a long time. This is the building block to the double digits, and you're the top of the elementary school. Simple as that. 11. I mean, you go from the top to the absolute bottom. It doesn't get much worse than that. You feel me? Now 12. 12. What do you got here? I mean, you're in seventh grade. You're getting up there in the rankings. You know what I mean? But you're still not the top. And quite frankly, middle school was bad. So 13, you're the top dog of that middle school. You're like, I'm going to high school next year. But you also have anxieties that are associated with that, which makes me only put it in good. 14, you're a freshman. You're looked down upon by the entire high school. It's not a great year. I put that in bad ages. 15, sophomore year. I'd say if you're 15 in sophomore year, I think that's a solid year. I think it's a solid year. You know, because you're at least not the bottom of the school anymore. You're a little better. 16, I mean, yeah, I mean this is a solid year right here. Solid year. Junior year, you are taking SATs, which it's obviously a little scary. Taking a lot of these very you're taking the life determining test right there. I mean, it's gotta be scary to think about if you're going to college. Um, Senior year, I mean, it's a chill, relaxed year. It's really your last year of childhood. I'd say it's one of the best stages. 18, you're grown. A lot of anxiety that comes with that, I would assume. You, some parents even kick their children out of their house, and they have to live in like these very crappy apartments. It's not a great age at all, I wouldn't say. 19, you're getting it together. You're feeling a little better about yourself. I'd say I'd give that a good age right there. 20, I mean, you're not a teenager anymore. People can't look down on you for being a teenager anymore, and that's pretty good. 21, you can drink, right? I mean, that makes it pretty decent. I'd say. 22, I mean, you're still. This is like peak. You're in your early 20s. You can drink. You can drive. You can't do both of those at the same time, but you can drink and drive. Wait, but you can do both of those things, which makes life very fun. But don't do them at the same time. 23. That's LeBron's number right there. 24. I'd say it's a pretty good number, or a pretty good age. It's peak. I mean, you're still living life. You're still in your early 20s. Not 25. You're halfway to 30. You're going through a little bit of a crisis. You don't want to be 25. 26, you've accepted it that you're, oh well, I'm going to be 30. I'm still going to be living like a 20-year-old. You're not. 27. So, this is definitely it's definitely a year. Definitely is. And people do live at 27 years old. And that is crazy. So 27, it's a pretty mediocre year, I'd say. There's really nothing to comment on about it at all. 28, a lot of the same. 29, you're damn near 30. You're probably not feeling great about that. 30, I mean, come on now. Simple as that, bro. 31, you're starting a family at this point. You're feeling good about yourself. You're like, I'm a grown man or woman, and I'm feeling confident about my life, about my future, about everything. Even if you're not. 32. I mean, it's my king's number backwards. So, all right, 33. So we got a good year. We got a good year here. Hold on. Wait. This is my glorious king's number. I gotta put that up there. All right. 33. It's a pretty good year, right? Pretty solid year. You're you're feeling pretty solid. You're working on your future. You're working on your craft. You're working on all these things. Gotta be pretty great. Now 34, I'd say that's a pretty lower year. You're you're probably thinking, oh no, I'm damn near 40, and that's unk status right there. But you're starting up your family. It makes it a little better if you're still starting up your family. Your family's growing up. You're like, you love your kids probably. I mean, it's great. It's a great time. 35, you're halfway to 40. Like, just get it over with, hunk. 36, you're checking out your future. You're like, am I where I need to be at 36 years old to be retired at 60? Be retired at whatever age you feel you want to be retired at. If you want to retire at all, maybe some people want to work forever because they love their jobs. They'll be bored without them, right? But I'd say that's a bad age. I'd say it's a pretty bad age because a lot of times you aren't where you want to be at that age in your life. 37, about the same. 38, pretty solid age. 38, you can think like, I'm almost 40, but you've got to accept it at this point. I mean, it's been like 3 years that you've almost been 40. So, 39, I mean, that's my glorious king. 6 days, this will be my glorious king's age, so, or 4 days, one of the two. 41, so we got, okay, 41. You're not my glorious king's age anymore, so it's probably not a great year. 42, I mean, you're thinking, about your future here, and I'm like, I mean, 42, it's massive. Yeah, massive. I'm seeing new people turn 42 every single day. 43, I mean, yeah, you gotta be thinking you're hitting unk status at this point, right? Third straight. Let me just, 46, it's a little better, right? You're like, you've accepted that you're almost 50. You're almost a complete unk at this point. 47, I mean, you're thinking about it like, am I where I need to be? Am I where I want to be in my life? A lot of times you aren't. But you're a lot closer than you were at 36 and 37. Remember that. 48, you're damn near 50. Stay down there, unk. 49, I mean, you've accepted that you're 50. You're feeling good about yourself. You're like, I'm almost 50, but I'm accomplished. Even if you're not. Even if you're a complete, total bum, you think you're accomplished. You are a complete and total, utter bum. 50, I don't know why I put that all the way up there. That's terrible. You're unk. You're a grandpa. I mean, it's terrible. 51. How many? 50. Did I say 51? 52. Oh, God. 51. So it's a solid year, right? Because you're thinking about your future here. You're still wondering if you can retire at 60. But your kids are probably moving out at this point. They might already all be moved out. You're feeling good. 52, on the other hand, you're not feeling so good anymore because your kids have been moved out for a year. Your wife, she absolutely despises you. She hates every part of you. She she wants to put you like in a hydraulic press. 53, I mean, a lot of the same. Your wife still hates you. 54, your wife still hates you. 55, your wife still hates you. 56, your wife still hates you. 57. Now, here's where it changes. You divorce your wife. So it's a lot better, you know? You get a side chick, divorce your wife, you know. A lot of the same here. 59, I mean, you know, you're you're slinging around, bro. You're damn near 60 and you're still slinging that 60 60 years old. People, you know, you're at retirement age. You're feeling down on yourself probably. No one wants that. 61, you know, you you probably like 62. Um so 62, you're thinking about, you know, how much longer do I really have on this planet? How much longer can I keep slinging cot, slinging my lovely attributes around, you know what I mean? 62. 63, a lot of the same. 64, a lot of the same. 65, I mean, you're really trying to, you know, see what you can accomplish. This is like the retirement age right here, and you're probably done pretty soon if you're this age. And maybe you're thinking about that. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm almost done. Like how you when you're 18, you're like, oh, I'm done with school. When you're 66, you're like, oh, I'm done with work. But then you realize those aren't such great things after all, and you might feel relatively empty without them, which is what 67 probably feels like. 68, I mean, 68. It's a pretty solid age, you know. It's a good age. It's a good age. It's a good age. You're almost 69. You know, you're probably thinking about that, like, nice. And that's a good age. It's a good age. 70. Come on, bro. Hang it up. Hang it up, Honk. 71. You're like, how much longer do I really have left? Can I even accomplish the things I want to anymore? Can I even walk? You know. 72. A lot of the same. You're having a crisis, really. You're so old. You're so raggedy. You're thinking, I hate my life. I hate it. You're 75. You're like, I've lived past the average age of man. Why am I still here? You're probably depressed. You're probably down on yourself, but you got to keep going. And then you're 76, and you're probably feeling. I don't know why I put that up there. And you're 76, and you're probably feeling pretty good. Probably feeling pretty good. You're like, you know what? Maybe I can't do much, but I still got my family. 77, your whole family's dead. 78, you're alone. 79, you know you're working on your craft here. And 79, okay. You're almost 80 at this point. You're probably feeling, you know, like, wow, I've really reached a milestone. 80. 80 years old. Wow. 81, I mean, 81, that's, you know, that's an accomplishment. Any year passes, you're probably feeling like that's an accomplishment. But you know what else there is? You're pretty you're feeling pretty bad about yourself, really. And you know why? Because you're so damn old, you probably can't even tie your own shoes. 85 years old. Oh, 85 year 85 years old. So 85, you know, it's a great age. You know, you're almost 90 at this point. I mean, this is it's a pretty good accomplishment, right? 86, a lot of the same. You're almost 90. I mean, 87, you're feeling a little down almost because you're like, will I really make it to 90 is the question. But you're not bad. You're not sad. You're not. But 88, you're pretty sad. You're like, well, My lungs aren't working too well anymore. I need a ventilator just to breathe. 89 though. You don't need that ventilator anymore. You're walking. You're doing all these things. 90, you crack all your legs, but you're 90. Still a great year. 91, you're 90, bro. I mean, just like hang up the cleats at this point, Unc. 92, I mean, same thing really. Just a lot worse for some reason. Um, 93, on the other hand, you're probably in the retirement home at this point, you know. You probably have dementia, really. You probably don't even enjoy anything about life anymore, you know. It's probably not feeling great anymore. 94, I mean, your whole family's gone. All you guys are some great grandkids, and that's about it. They all hate you. They all despise you. 95, you're almost 100 at this point, man. Gotta be feeling pretty good. 96, I mean, probably not feeling as good. You're like, will I really make it to the big 100? Will I really make it to triple digits? 97, you're thinking the same. You're like, will I make it? I'm on this ventilator. I'm on my last breath here. Can I really make it to 100? 98, you're thinking the same. 99, though, you're like, damn, I'm that close. Then, you reach 100. You reach the best age of all, 100. Triple digits. I mean, boy oh boy. I can't even put into words how much I love the number 100. You know? It's it's glorious. It's lovely, really. It's the best age. Simple as that. Hold on. And this is how you're feeling when you're 100 years old. You're like, wow, I've truly reached the bestest age. And you're, you know, you're flamboyant.